Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, I'm glad to see you again. So today I filmed for you guys a purple smoky eye. Kind of reminds me of a sunrise on the eye. I was super inspired to do this look by Melissa Alatorre, also here on YouTube, and figured, hey, I'd give it a shot. So this smoky eye is surprisingly quick and easy, so if you guys are interested in how I achieved this quick purple sunrise eye, go ahead and keep on watching. Alright, so jumping right in, as always, we're going to start priming our face with our favorite Too Faced Hangover Primer. And this is a new one for me. We're going to lock in that moisture with our Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 Priming and Setting Spray. With the Milk Blur Stick, I'm going to go over my face and any areas that I tend to get oily. So this is going to be in my T-zone, and also I'm going to cover up the surface area where I have larger pores. So that's going to be around my under eye, closest to my nose, and again, any space that I get oily. With my absolute favorite foundation ever, I'm going to use my Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation. And spread this across my face evenly. So if you have oily skin, this foundation is going to do wonders for you. It says that it's a water foundation, yet it's extremely dry. So if you are on the oily side, I would definitely check this one out. Using my Chubby Foundation Brush by Morphe, I'm going to press the product into the skin. Whenever I use this foundation brush, I really like to press the product in because I find when using a swiping motion, the product really moves around. However, when I press it in, the product stays exactly where I want it. Now for the GOAT of all concealers, I'm going to use my Tarte Shape Tape concealer underneath my eyes and my T-zone and any areas of my face where I have natural redness. This is going to brighten up my face and allow for a nice contour. You'll also see that I've applied concealer along my jawline area. That is going to prevent my bronzer from looking muddy. So I do this technique just so that that area is bright. It makes your contour kind of pop. So with your beauty blender, you're going to want to use it damp, and you're going to want to drag the product or dab the product downward onto your cheekbone just a little bit. You don't want the concealer to pile up right underneath the under eye because that's going to look really weird, and it's not going to look like a gradient natural effect. It's going to look like you just piled on concealer under your eye, which isn't cute. Alright, and for my holy grail setting powder, I always use Laura Mercier translucent powder. I find that this powder really sets onto the face the best, honestly. When using this product, I don't have a lot of oil on my face throughout the day. So I use this product to set the concealer in any area that I find that I get oily, and then I allow it to sit on the face for a little bit, and then later I'll swipe it off. So while we let the translucent powder set, we're going to contour our face using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. So I'm using my angled bronzer brush by Morphe, and I'm just going to carve out those cheekbones and apply bronzer to the tops of my forehead since I have a massive forehead, and down the sides of my temples, just so that the overall look is very bronze. I just left the beach, I got a tan vibe. Okay, so really quick, we're just going to use a flat foundation brush and swipe off the translucent powder that has been setting on our face. So when I'm doing this, I also like to blend out any harsh lines that may have come about when contouring the face. So I just take that opportunity to even out my face. So now that we have removed all the excess translucent powder from our face, we're going to bronze the side of our nose and then go ahead and go over those areas that we've already contoured just a little bit, and then apply some bronzer to the jawline to really make your jawline stand out. Moving on to brows, I'm not going to spend too much time here because I do have a video where I go more in detail on my brow regimen, so I'll link that below. But here we have finished brows. Alright ladies, so never ever skip this step. Go ahead and prime your eyelids with your favorite eyeshadow primer. I'm using the Benefit Stay Don't Stray eyeshadow primer to prevent any creasing on the eyelids, especially if you have a hooded eye and or a deep crease. You're gonna have creases without that primer. Moving on to eyeshadow, I'm going to take my Morphe Fluffy blending brush and take the color Puree from the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette and just apply this into the crease. I'm not gonna spend too much time here. I really just want to make a really diffused look. Now I'm going in with Charmed I'm Sure and repeating that exact step, just deepening the crease. Now using a more tapered blending brush by Morphe, I'm going to pick up the shade Summer Yum from, again, the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette and apply that also into the crease right over the shades that we just used. Alright, using a flat small eyeshadow brush from Tarte, I'm going to pick up the color Rosette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I actually don't own this color in a palette. If it is included in a palette, I will link that below, but I actually bought this shade individually. So again, using this small eyeshadow brush, I'm just going to pack the pigment along the lower lid. I don't want to carry the color into the crease. I want to keep it very defined and in one area along the lid. So with that same brush that we used earlier, I'm just going to pick up a little bit more of Summer Yum and just apply that into the crease area so that it's a more gradual effect. So using a small pointer eyeshadow brush, I'm going to pick up the color Puree and apply that along the lash line, following the shade Summer Yum, and then eventually going into Rosette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. When doing this, this just makes, to me, an even what's the word I'm looking for? Symmetrical look. I think it's kind of weird to have a smoky eye but not have a smoky waterline. I mean, I guess you could have it, but I prefer it. Now moving on to blush, I'm going to use Too Faced Papa Don't Peach blush on the apples of my cheeks. I love, love, love this blush when I have a more dramatic eye because the color and the pigment isn't like overly pigmented. It's just the right amount of pop or color to the cheek. So now taking the Sugar Glow Kit by Anastasia Beverly Hills, I'm going to take my pointed highlighter brush from Morphe and apply highlight to the bridge of my nose to elongate my nose. And then I'm also going to apply highlight to the tops of the cheeks and to my Cupid's bow. Goodness, I can't talk today. Cupid's bow. So in doing this step, it's really going to bring some pop to the skin. You'll see that the eyeshadow is a little bit matte. There's a slight shimmer in the purple, but overall, you know, I think you need that glitter, that pop, that dew shade. So we're also going to pop that into the inner corners just to even out the look. So now I'm going to highlight the brow bone. I find that this step is really crucial if you're not going to conceal your eyebrows, which I never really do. So I always highlight the brow bone. And keeping the Too Faced peach trend going, we're going to use the shade Papa Don't Peach in their oil lip gloss. I love this lip gloss, guys. I love it. I've never used a lip gloss to its entirety. I've used this entire lip gloss. It's so good. It's super moisturizing, and it's just the nude that I know works. Okay guys, and with your favorite pair of lashes or just mascara, that completes the look. I loved the way that this look turned out. I just think that it was so effortless, but yet so just gorgeous. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. As always, like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time.